Good evening, or rather, good afternoon. It's almost evening, actually. Guys, welcome to my YouTube channel once again. So glad to have you back. If this is your first time, guys, you've not been on my channel before and you've just happened on it, thank you for being here. But please do me a big favor. Like, subscribe, and then smash that notification bell so that in case I do post any new videos, you get updated instantly. So that aside, welcome once again. Today, I want to do something different on this recording. Usually, sometimes as a trader, just the behind the scenes kind of thing, like how do you prepare for the market? How do you prepare for um, your trading? And in this case specifically, I'm focusing on um, planning out your trades for the week. So I'm not talking about analysis. We have analysis, right? We know what analysis is. If you guys watched my weekly analysis, you have an idea of how I look at the charts, or what part of my preparation rather for the week is like. On Sunday evening or Sunday afternoon, I spend some time just looking at the market to prepare myself. So something else that I do, okay, is also prepare for the actual trades, okay? And this will be based off the different account sizes that possibly you're trading or I'm trading, for example. So what do I mean? So for example, if you guys are familiar with prop firms, they have certain parameters in which under which they trade. So for example, for me, what I have been doing is just preparing um, every week or every month. Usually, this is good if you do it in the beginning of the month. You prepare your trades for the month or the week, or so that you kind of have an idea before you've even gone to the market to trade. You kind of have an idea of what you're targeting in terms of income for the month, for the week, and so on and so forth. So, for example, for me, this is just a spreadsheet I created for myself, whereby I recently, a few days ago, I back tested GU. So you guys know, are very familiar that I trade specific currency pairs, and GU is one of the ones that I really like the way it moves. So I like to trade it a lot. It doesn't scare me too much, and it's good if you're using stop loss. So um I know a lot of traders out there. Okay, I don't know. I don't know any successful trader who doesn't use stop loss. Let me just say that. You guys know my history. If you've been on my channel, I've talked about this before. If you know me personally as a trader, I've mentioned it, that in my career as a trader, for 90% of it, I didn't use stop loss, and it really cost me a lot of money in the markets. And I just began to use stop loss early in this year, like actively, and not the mental stop loss. Because I know some traders say, "Oh, I use mental stop loss," or "Oh, I'm a scalper. I don't want to use stop loss because when you're scalping, especially things like gold and GBP pairs or indices, your trade can reverse and hit stop loss, and then it moves the direction that's supposed to move." Guys, usually I say, just now, from what I know now, guys, I know better, right? So usually, if that happens to you, chances are, if your trades are always reversing and hitting your stop loss target in quotes, meaning you may not have a stop loss, but your mental stop loss, as people put it, then it just means that chances are high that you did not analyze that great, or there's something you missed in your analysis, and you didn't anticipate the pullback. And it happens to the best of us. But you can't use that as an excuse not to use stop loss. But guys, please, stop it. Don't be like me. Okay, don't be like me. What I did in my beginning career as a trader, do not be like me. And even sometimes, even as an existing good, consistent trader, there are times when I have not used stop loss when I know I should. And I'm just saying, guys, don't do that at all. I was going to curse, and I realized this is a friendly channel. We don't do that here. Now, that being said, so what do I mean? So part of my preparation is I have this spreadsheet whereby now, like I told you, I backtested GU. So um, and I was looking at, and I look at different account sizes. So I'm looking at a 50K account, and this is based off, let's say, a prop account, and I'm eyeing their 50K account, and I'm planning for it. or even just your own capital. You can use $100, whatever, $1,000, $2,000, and I'll show you the different um, outcomes that I've had, um, whereby I'm actually using stop loss, and I am planning my lot size in advance. And then, of course, I when I was doing my back testing, I was trading just the New York and the London session. So, guys, I don't trade the Asian market at all. And the reason being is I'm a day trader, and my New York and London sessions fall during my daytime. So, like for example, the London session begins at around 9 a.m. my time, and then the New York session begins around 3 p.m. So by like 6 p.m. My day, I'm done trading. Yeah. I would probably take a trade in the London session and then take another trade in the New York session. Or if I've had a good day in the London session, I'll probably not trade the New York session. So that's basically how I plan my time in the market. And then so you can see this table here. So we'll just focus on this side of the chart, and then we'll go to the other side. So on this side of things, right, what we are seeing is we have our capital size here, which is $50,000, and you can test this on demo if you don't have a 50K account. So for me, I'm like, okay, during I did my back testing with the dates of 21st June to 5th July, and this is just basically 20 trading days or a month's trading. You guys know Forex don't trade on weekends, so just a month's trading, 20 trading days. So you can see the number of trades are here. Now, this could be 20 trading days or 20 trades that you take in whatever period of time, subject to the fact that maybe if the trade closes out, then you can enter again. But what I'm seeing is if you take the London and New York trades, then you can do like 2 trades in a day. So that would reduce to about 10 trading days. But if you're just taking 1 trade a day in a per session, then obviously your time is longer. So this could be based on anything, but just know that these are 20 trades, whether you take them in a week, in a month, a year, just 20 trades. Um, and my profit target is 10% in a month, or 10% in 20 trades at a minimum. Okay. 10%. So keeping it simple. And you'll find that with prop firms, this is the target that they look at, 10% for you to qualify for a funded account. And then they have a drawdown rules of about 5%. So I'm maintaining that in my schematic in here in terms of my plan, my trade plans. And so ignore this for now. We'll look at it at the end. So what I was looking at, so I'm looking at a lot size of 2. I'm on a 50K account. So a lot size of 2 is actually not bad. Okay. And I'm basing everything on the fact that I'm going to be putting my targets in advance. So I know my stop loss that I'm looking at. I've analyzed the market and I know my stop loss in terms of pips, pip count, and my target TP in terms of pip count. So remember, I'm a day trader or intraday trader. So I look at anywhere between 20 and above pips. I'm not really a scalper anymore, per se, but I do scalp. And 30 pips is still a scalping range, yeah. So I'll probably be looking at 30 pips and above. But when I was doing my back testing using my strategy, because guys, everyone trades differently. So using my strategy, I realized that 30 pips is actually not a bad take profit target to get out of the market, or to move my stop loss into profit. Yeah, then let everything run. So when you look at this table, and this is real results. So what happened is, with this initial table, I used the real results in terms of the pip count and stop loss and take profit, and then I just duplicated it across different capital sizes and different testing with different lot sizes and so on and so forth. So nothing changes in the rest of the tables you see. So this main one is what is key, right? So on the first trade, you can see here, my volume was 222. So this is basically a lot size of 2. Remember, I'm on a 50K account. So lot size of 2, which is not bad because um, my the target pips I'm looking at is 5.5. So this is a back tested trade that I took, not live. I took it on when I was doing my back testing, and I put my target at 5.5. So when I say that, let me just give you an example. I'll come here, for example, probably I'm on the 5 minutes because I do my entries in the 5 minutes, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm seeing this trade is going to go a certain way, and I'll cover that in a different video. So I'll say, okay, fine, I am buying. It doesn't matter, I'm buying or selling. And in this case, I'm like, just hold on, guys. I'm just trying to sorry guys about that. Yeah, so sorry, I'm at home and there's some background activity. So anyway, so what I did is go to my chart, right? And I'm like, okay, wait, I was looking at 5 pips stop loss and my target is 30 pips. Let's say 32 pips. So my stop loss here was 5 pips, for example. Let's say 5.5, whatever, and then targeting 32 pips. So that is basically, I back tested, I entered trade, came here, triggered my trade, and then pushed up, and then and whatnot. So that's basically what I'm saying is I've already uh I've analyzed the market. It could even be here. I could analyze the market here and then say, okay, maybe this trade will buy. Okay. So I put my entry here, or I'll think it will sell because it's looking like it wants to sell right now when the market opens. So I'll be like, okay, um, probably put my pips at 5 pips and then put my target at 30 pips, So if it drops, we're good. If it knocks me out, I'm knocked out at 5.7 pips. So I literally took 20 trades between the period of 21st June and 5th of July. And I was using stop loss throughout. Okay. And I'm just doing this, guys, so that you guys can also begin to, in your own analysis, plan your own trades. Okay. And use stop loss and see the outcome. So back test 20 trades and see the outcome. So when I did this, I'm keeping my minimum at, let's say, maximum of 7 pips, 8 pips. I'm not going anything above that. And you can see we had 5.5 here, 3.6, 4.4 as my stop loss. My lowest pip count for stop loss was 3 pips, and so on and so forth. So I'm not going anything above 8 pips. Okay. Based on my strategy, I can actually do this. And then my TP is ranging anywhere from 27 pips, 20 pips to like the highest was 59 pips. Okay. Now, my first trade, 5.5, went well. I had a target of 32 pips and it actually got to my target of 32 pips. And when I do the math calculation of that 32 times 20, because two standard lot is $20 per pip. So I did make $640 on this trade. And the RR, which is a risk reward, was 7.2. So which is really good. So I like to maintain a risk reward of about above 3. And this is 7.2. And this was during the New York session. So guys, I just literally recorded every outcome. So of course now you're seeing a complete table, but I was actually doing trade number 1. I key in my lot size and I'm like, okay, I'm looking at 5.5 pips and 32 pips and we hit it, bang. Anything in green is profit. Okay. Second trade was also profitable. We bagged 39.8 pips. Okay. My stop loss on this was pretty tight. And hopefully in future I'll be able to do a live back testing so that you guys can see how I do this. And so stop loss did hit, my profit target hit, and I made $796 based off of my lot size, right? Now my third trade, my stop loss hit. Okay. I had a stop loss of 5. This trade didn't go well. Okay. It hit stop loss and I lost $100. So based on this, I am literally about $1,236 up. But then with this, I went down $100 and I'm back at $1,136. And then the next trade, the fourth trade, also hit stop loss, another $100 down. Okay, so I'm about $1,000 in profit still. Now, please note that my first 2 trades went well. They hit my profit target. The second 2 didn't go well. So I'm 50-50 in terms of success rate. But I'm $1,000 in profit despite losing $200 in the next 2 trades. Why? Because I kept my SL low. And guys, this is not something that I am guessing. Again, these days I maintain very minimum stop losses. I don't do 20 pips. I don't do 10 pips. I try to keep it below 10 pips, and so on. Then the fifth trade, we made profit, $580 from 29 pips. Then the next 2 trades we took hits. Okay. and we lost about $250, so we were kind of like, okay, um, you know, making progress, but then, being knocked down. But because we made $580, we were only about 200 and something dollars down. So we took out 200 and maybe $30, $300 out of this win here. Then the next trade, we gained back what we lost, $320 and a bit more. And then the next two trades again took a bit of losses. You can see this trade here, trade number 9 had 7 pips stop loss, 7.3 pips stop loss and loss. So we lost $146. Okay, because 7.3 times 20 is 146. Then here our stop loss was really tight. We lost 3 pips, which was about $60 in terms of what it translates to. Now the next trade, we did 27 pips and we made $800. And you can see my stop loss here was 2.5, lost $75. The next trade, trade number 13. So by the 10th trade, guys, we were still in profit. Trade number 13, we kind of took a couple of losses here, but our gains, as you can see, were quite something. $27 here, 32 pips, $960 here. And then we can see here, trade number 14, we lost $138. And so you can see our highest hit was here, 8.4 pips, where we lost $168, and 4.6 where we lost $138, and 7.3 where I lost $146. Everything else was just below $100, which is good. And then on day 17 or trade number 17, we lost another $90, 3 pips. But then from 18, 19, 20, our trades were awesome. Okay, and you can see we made 17, 70, 900 etc. Now what we see is out of these 20 trades, guys, the losses were $1,103. Okay, so losses, if vis-a-vis my 50K account, that's more than, no, that's what, $1,000. That's less than 10%, definitely. That's like a loss of, let me see, let me do the math. 50K divided by, sorry, 1,103 divided by 50K is about 20%. No, that's about 2%. Okay, so my goal, remember, is to keep maximum drawdown at 5%. So 2% of my account is what I lost in this 20 trades. So I'm still okay. I'm 3% shy of my maximum drawdown. And this is maximum drawdown per day. Okay. So if in this case I was down $200, I'm only looking at losing, I don't want to lose more than 5% in that day. But obviously with this, I'm really, really doing well. And then when you look at the total profits that we made $8,240. So my net gain was 7,137. So my profit target was 5K, but my actual profit was $7,173. That was my net. Okay. And guys, this is me using tight stop loss. So sometimes guys are like, okay, and these are scalp trades, most of them. Okay, even the ones I tried to put intraday longer target 67, I didn't really get there. Okay, 53, I really didn't get there. Most trades were ending at $32, 32 pips, 39 pips, 40 pips, and so on and so forth. So using tight stop loss, because somebody would argue and say, but scalping, you can't use stop loss. Yes, you can. And guys, this is something that I have proven in the last couple of months, even in my signals group. I know there are people in my signals group who do not use stop loss, even if I put the stop loss there, because when we hit stop loss, either they're over leveraged above their 5% maximum drawdown as per my rules, or they've taken a big position. I don't know. But if you're disciplined, okay, and you're going to keep your maximum drawdown at 5% in a day, okay, and overall drawdown at 10% on your account overall. Like, you don't want to lose more than 10% of your account at all, but in a day you don't want to lose more than 5%. So for me, if you maintain that, guys, it's very possible to trade with a tight stop loss. Now this is a 50K account using a lot size of 2. I was like, okay, let's say if we increase it, okay, and I put a lot size of 3, okay, throughout, because I was just playing around now with the figures. We're using the same trades, same parameters, but now changing the trades just to show that to show you guys the difference. And you can see it here pretty well. We can see trade number one, again, we won. Okay, 32.9, we are up about almost $2,000, actually $2,000 and some. And then we took hits here of about $300. So we are down, maybe we are back to $1,700. We're still in profit, guys. Okay. And then as you can see, the progression, okay, the lot size is higher, so you're just multiplying by 30 as opposed to 20 here. And then with the profit side, we can see our biggest hit was on the 8.4 pips on day 6, or trade number 6, where we lost $252. Now, $252 is very far from 50K, right? We are really keeping our risk low, and we are still in profit even with this drawdown here. We are still in profit, net profit on our day 6, because we started on a high note. Now on these couple of days here, we took a couple of L's, as you can see. But at the end of it all, guys, our loss was $1,437, still way below the 5%. And our net was 7,971. So 7,971. Now, technically, you can see that 10 out of 20 trades, these are 20 trades, 10 out of them hit stop loss. We lost 10 trades out of 20. So our average win rate was 50%. Now, if your win rate is 50% and you're using stop loss, you're still making money, guys. It doesn't mean you're losing. The reason why people lose, so you can have you can even have a 40% win rate, but that 40% is you're winning major. Okay, so don't get confused and think that just because somebody has a high win rate, they're making money. You could have a high win rate. Like in my signals group, I tell people we have a high win rate of about 85%. But depending on your risk, what you're risking, your risk percentage, your money management, you could be in losses consistently. Okay, so this is just to show you guys, this is how I plan out my week or my trades. So I'm like, this week, this is what I'm targeting. Okay, I would be targeting this lot size, and I'll be keeping my pip count at below 10 pips, at least at 5 pips, 6 pips. Even if I lose pips, it's okay. I mean, I'll regain should the trade go in my direction. Now, looking at a different look here, we're looking at 50K still. This was still a 50K account, but now we increase the slot size on day 10 to 4. And of course, you can see the numbers are different. Slightly more, we lost a bit more here, but we were still way below the 5%. And we made a net of $9,000. Now, on this other side, okay, we increased the lot size completely to 4. Still way below, because on the 4 lot size, on the 5 PPI, I lost $200. If you lose $200 on a 50K account, guys, I mean, you're doing okay. Your money management is still okay, because that's basically you're down how many you're down 4%. So you're still, are you down 4%? Sorry, guys. You're down 0.4%. Okay, sorry, I was just doing the math on my calculator. So you're down you're not even down 1%. You're down 0.4%. Okay, so guys, this is proper management, okay, risk management. And you can see the gains. When I'm gaining, I'm really gaining, okay? Like on this trade, I made 1280. I made 2.5% on this trade. So even if you do 2.5%, 2.56% a day, I mean, guys, you're good. Okay. And of course, you can see there are some days our target, we got like 16 pips, so we didn't hit 32 pips. Some days we got like 29 pips or 21 pips or 14 pips. So it's not that every day you're doing maximum pip count, right? But look at this, okay? $1,000, 915. I'm still below. I'm still below my 2% count. Okay. In fact, with the 1915, I'm at, sorry, that's 1915 divided by 50K. times, I'm at 3.83%. So I'm still below my 5%. Because for me, my rule is I don't want to lose more than 5% of my account at all, overall, not just in a day. In a day, I don't want to lose more than 5%. Overall, I don't want to lose more than 5%. Okay. And this is assuming you're doing 20 trading days or 20 trades. And then look at our gain. We did $12,000, $12,500, but our net was $10,000, guys. 10,600 and what? 10,629. So 10,629. Now that means I made 20%. Okay, this month. This month I made just slightly above 5%. Here I made 20% just by increasing the lot size, but still maintaining my risk. Nothing changes in my risk. Okay, that's what I want you guys to take away from this. Now on this target, we're still on the 50K account. No, sorry, this target, we're on a 2K account. Actually, this is a $2,000 account, because now I'm like, of course, people are not trading in 2,050K. Not everyone is trading in 50K, but if you have a 2K account, maintaining the same pip count, we've just changed the volume, the lot sizes to 0.1. Okay, so if I gained, I made $32 here, $39 here. When I lost $5. Okay, my pip count was 5. I lost $5. What is $5 of $2,000? That's exactly 0.25% of my account. So that's how much I'm losing. Basically, my risk is 0.2 to 0.5% per trade. Okay, so I usually tell people 1 to 3%, but I'm like minimizing this even further. Okay, my profit target for the month is 10% to $200, but you can see this month I actually made 265. We actually made 265.7 in terms of this simulation here. Our loss was $47. What is $47 loss on a 2K account, guys? Okay, our net loss is 2.35%. Okay, so we are in business. Next month we can trade and we're still in profit. We profited $265. So $65 above my target for the month. And then now this one, I also played around with the lot sizes, and I'm like, okay, you can actually double your account. If now from your day 10 or your 10th trade, you now increase the lot by 1, okay? And now you make a bit more, you lose more, you make more, but your net is still higher, okay? So guys, you can do this even for a $200 account, risking 0.2% per trade at a minimum, okay? So play around with this, guys, and using your own strategy, because obviously I'm doing this based on my strategy, backtesting GU, and these are real pips I'm looking at in the market. So use your own strategy to come up with something like this, so that, guys, your risk is always 0.2 to 0.4%, maximum 1% per trade, okay? And in 20 trades, you're still 10% net profit and above. Now, guys, if this video was of value, please let me know in the comment section. And yes, smash that like and subscription button. Let people know. I really appreciate you guys being on here, and thank you for tuning in. See you soon.